Hey, it's Ryan with QLZ and Green Room Sessions. Try and get back to more of these, as many as we can here in 2025. We're talking with Ben Flanagan. Ben is the front man for a band called Black Map, who we've had on the Air Spotlight previously. They're going to be back in the Air Spotlight this upcoming Monday. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing great. Good to see you. Thanks for having me.
And your guys' new song, Hex, Come Get It. It's going to be on the Air Spotlight this upcoming Monday, March 10th. You guys have a new record coming out. And Ben, I told you I've got some questions I'm going to bounce off you kind of for the first time ever, but always like to chat with everybody, whenever we're featuring a song for the first time on the station, just kind of something you'd like to share about it from, if you want to take it from the lyrical perspective, musical, kind of whatever perspective you want to take it from. What's something you'd like our listeners to know about the track?
Sure. Yeah. It was just a really fun song to write. It was just full of energy. A lot of times we used to have songs that had these kind of slow ambient intros and then we'd all kick in. And this one was just like, boom, let's go. So it's just really fun to play. It was kind of inspired watching a lot of James Bond movies at the time. And it has a bunch of kind of a little of that musical motif here and there. It's just a really energetic song that just goes straight for 3 minutes and 30 seconds. And yeah, we love it.
What James Bond movie or which era of James Bond? I'm guessing,
I watched some of the old ones, some of the Connery, but admittedly, I was mostly just watching the new ones, which I think are pretty epic.
Okay. So any aspect, I think you're the first person ever to share with me that you're something, you were inspired by James Bond for music. It's not something that comes up very often. So have you always been a big Bond guy, or is it just kind of anything from those specific movies that were like, you know what, I want to write a song about what I just saw?
Well, it's not about it. There's just some sonic motifs that were a little bit similar that I was inspired by with it. So it wasn't like I was, writing about espionage or motorcycles flying off buildings, but it was just some kind of a sonic inspiration from some of the themes.
Okay. Do you want to do I know the video's out for this song as well. You guys are kind of, you're in kind of an old dingy motel. So I'm curious where you guys decided to film that
Oh,
one. I
not
see a little tube
video.
TV that was in there as well. But you mentioned flying motorcycles. Is that,
Yeah, we
yeah.
flew to,
So where'd you guys film the video at? Yeah.
the video was done in St. Louis, Missouri, with a really talented director named JT. He got I just want to make sure I get his last name right. It's just about to see that out. JT Ibanez, and super talented guy, and he has this whole huge like hangar, and there's all these different options for tons of different like scenarios, and we just decided to put me in this really dingy hotel room. It felt pretty dingy and gross, but I got through it.
What do you like about working with JT? I mean, there's so many bands like we've featured art spotlight wise, some bands we played new on Q, and I think he's done some stuff with Seven Dust as well. And he seems to be kind of one of these next big names when it comes to filming, doing music videos. What do you guys like about working with him? Because I feel like I see his name constantly on stuff.
Yeah, it was awesome. I mean, he had just done something with I think Tremonti was just in there like a couple days before us. So he's obviously working with some big artists. I'd never worked on a video like that. I mean, I sang the song about 100 times and we all played it over and over and over. And he just kind of said, trust me, it's going to be cool. And then he sent us a video like a few days later and it was really cool. So we're like, all right, there we go. So I had never worked in that scenario before, where I kind of didn't know how it was going to be, but we're all really happy with it.
And then you guys, the Hex, it's the title track for the upcoming record you guys are going to have out here May 9th. Yeah.
Yep.
It's the first album you guys have had in a couple of years. You guys have put out a lot of music though in a decade. You guys have had a couple EPs out. This will be the fourth album out here in like a decade that you guys have been together. What do you want people to know about the album? Kind of like, is it kind of a lot of what you guys have done in the past, or kind of what should people expect from the record?
If you're a fan of us in the past, you'll definitely hear a lot of like familiar moments that it'll be Black Map. But it really, like I said about the song specifically, it's a very immediate album. the songs just that they pretty much just like start front to finish. It's like boom, and that was kind of a mission statement that we had on this record. We just really wanted it to be immediate and be just in your face rock and roll, but still have a lot of the elements that we have always had, like hallmarks of us. Mark's really intricate ambient guitar playing and a lot of harmonies and all that stuff.
Why'd you guys want to do an album? Again, I still like buying physical media. I still love having a full body of work from start to finish. I know it's not how, music is always consumed by a lot of people now. They want, the instant gratification. They want, new music every couple of weeks, it seems like, from a lot of people. So for you guys, why was it the right move for you guys to continue to make full length records?
It's just in our DNA. I mean, I guess we're old school, and that maybe there are some people that might tell you like, oh, doing singles is what you should do right now. Just do single, 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 single. But we've always been interested. You write a single song, but we've always been interested in the art of the album and the right way to sequence it, and the all those elements, and how in the middle it should kind of hit this apex and then come down a little bit. And we just love that. We grew up with albums, and just doing single after single didn't really interest us. So we were really excited to work with Spine Farm, and that's kind of the format that we agreed upon doing. So we're happy to do it.
And you guys, again, signed with Spine Farm, who've had some cool bands out there as well. Kind of what's that journey been like with them? Kind of, what are you looking forward to being, kind of a signed band with Spine Farm now? Is there things you guys are looking forward to doing that maybe you couldn't do the last couple of years, or just kind of the overall, the feeling of just getting signed with them and kind of what they do?
Yeah. I mean, they're a great label. They have a lot of like big hard rock bands. So we're just like really happy to be part of that sphere. A lot of bands we like and respect that are on the label. So it's exciting, and we'll see. I mean, the record isn't out till May, but so far it's been a really good relationship. And, I know they have a lot of reach, and for us, it's just, we're really proud of this band. We love this band, and the more people that can hear it, the better.
Mm-hmm. Like you said, they put out a lot of cool stuff, and it seems like they're ones that love helping out those emerging artists, those good rock and bands that are out there, and helping bands get their footing, which is nice. What do you guys want to do, I guess, before the album comes out? Is there more music to expect? Obviously, Hex has been out here for a little while, for a couple of weeks, but kind of what's the plan leading up to the release date, and then kind of what's some of the plans for 2025 for you guys?
Yeah, right on. Well, Hex has been out for 2 weeks and going to radio, so we're hoping that's hitting the airwaves, and then we'll have another Grat track, I think, at the end of March. So a third track that'll be released from the record, and then the record will be out May 9th. Right now we have a hometown Sacramento release show, and we'll probably announce a couple more, but then really looking to tour in the summer and fall.
Anything you're able to share? Or is it still just kind of like, we can't talk about anything?
Nothing yet.
Nothing yet. All right.
Yeah.
So be on the lookout for everything from you guys. Again, more music coming out. I told you I want to go see Disturbed Sunday night. I had a question for you. You're the guinea pig on this one. Saw them 3 Days Grace, Seven Dust, and had wanted to go to a bunch of shows where from start to finish, you check out an entire album live. You guys, still love doing the album thing, which is awesome. If you had one band you would want to go see live that would play an entire album, which band you choosing? Which album you choosing?
I'm going to say right now, I think Like Clockwork by Queens of the Stone Age, one of my favorite bands. And I just think that record is pretty much perfect from start to finish. And I've seen them play a bunch of those songs here and there when I've seen them live. But that album for me would be pretty special to see live. And then I'd say also OK Computer by Radiohead. I'll throw in one more.
Have you been to a show where they've done this yet? I know it's becoming kind of a more popular thing. Like some of the bands that I was obviously a massive fan of, as a teenager. Seven Dust has done it for a few. Papa Roach is doing a whole bunch for Infest. Slipknot's done some stuff for the self-titled, and obviously Disturbed now's doing the start to finish thing. Have you been to any shows yet where they've done the whole album from start to finish? And did you like it?
I recently saw one. I saw a band from San Diego called Pinback, a band I really love. It was like a 10-year anniversary of a record. No, 20-year anniversary of a record called Summer in Abaddon that they did. And I liked it, but I'll admit there were times where I was like, I wanted to hear some other stuff from other records.
Mhm.
And I think also knowing exactly what was coming next um, didn't make me that happy at that particular
Okay.
concert. They were still good. So I don't know. I'd like to see that more. I think it's a cool idea, especially like on the anniversary of a record.
Mhm. Do you think that's something you guys ever want to do down the road? Obviously, you guys have had albums out that just hit 10 years last year. Is that something where you're like, you know what, let's go back and play the full thing? Is a band does that excite you as a band to potentially ever do something like that?
I think eventually it would. The thing right now, I'm so like laser focused on our brand new songs,
Mhm.
and I like really want to play them. So I'm thinking about what that would squeeze out if we did that. But yeah, it is something that would interest me in the future. I hope we're in a position to
Mhm.
be able to do that, and that people would be interested.
Yeah. These new now you mentioned these new songs. Obviously, Heck's going to be out here May 9th. It's going to be out in a little over 2 months. What are some of the songs you're looking forward to playing live? Maybe there's a few you guys haven't played live yet. Are there a few where you're like, man, I can't wait for people to get their ears on this one when we play it live?
Well, we've only played two live. I mean, we played two festivals this year, or last year. We played Louder Than Life in Kentucky, and then Aftershock in Sacramento. So we've only played Disintegrate and the
Mhm.
song Hex. So yeah, there are a couple other ones. A song called Badlands, super fun to play, and then a couple real drop tuned ones. A song called Burning Satellite and a song called Fake Your Own Life that are just super low. They're like in drop B, just kind of
Okay.
doomy and thick. So yeah, I think, I mean, I could see this record probably being the most fun of any of ours to play start to
Okay.
finish so far. So yeah, eventually I'd love to do it.
Awesome. So hometown show, like how many like I know a lot of bands like to do this. It's a cool thing. The record release shows, the hometown shows. So like when you guys do this hometown show, like how many new songs do you plan on playing from the new album? Is it, hey, let's
I
at
don't know.
least get, or does it, you guys not know that yet? Yeah.
We don't know that yet. I mean, it'll be in May. It'll be cool because the Sacramento show, it's like 5 days before the album actually is out.
Okay.
So people can get it a little early. But I don't know. I want to say probably like if we have a 13 song set list, we probably do 5 from the new record.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. And again, when you guys doing that? I know it's very far away from us here in Illinois, but if people ever want to make the journey or
Yeah,
somebody
yeah.
finds out, obviously people listen all over the place, but when you guys doing that hometown show?
It's Sacramento, California, May 3rd. Yeah.
Okay.
We very much hope to make it to your way. We always enjoy playing Midwest, and I know we've done in Illinois, we've done Joliet and we've done
Okay.
Chicago and Milwaukee, but we'd love to make it to Springfield.
Yeah. You guys making those runs in the winter? Like, are you originally from Are you originally a California guy, or do you?
I grew up in North Carolina,
Okay.
but I've been in California now for about 25 years.
Okay. So you know the seasons. I mean, there's some bands. It's funny. We talked and they're like, there's something about touring in the Midwest in the wintertime where like we were cold as shit the entire time, but like it felt like we toughened out a little bit. So I mean, so you grew up in North
Yeah,
Carolina, you're kind of used to the seasons and whatnot.
we've done it all. We've
Mhm.
done probably 5 winter tours in America, and we've probably done 8 summer tours and a bunch of spring. I mean, I don't mind touring in the winter. It can be dangerous. Is really the only thing. Is the driving straight up can be pretty dangerous, especially late nights. Um, but yeah, we've done it all.
I figured you guys had. So, last question. Well, one of the last questions I got for you, Ben. Every time somebody comes on, I told you you were the guinea pig for one question, and want to see if people found it interesting or not. But I like to ask everybody, you're an album guy, which is cool. I feel like I maybe have an idea of where you're going to go with this one, but I always like to ask bands as well the first time they come on, your favorite no skip records, like a handful of your favorite no skip records, favorite start to finish, your favorite complete
Yeah,
albums. Used to be a blog post when I was up in Wisconsin and whatnot, and then brought it here and uh, I started asking people on here, and it's
yeah,
been fun finding out because everybody's a little bit different. So some of your favorite no skip
awesome.
albums.
Well, I named 2, like Clockwork by Queens of the
Mhm.
Stone Age, and OK Computer by Radiohead. I'd say In Utero by Nirvana. Um, obviously, Dark Side of the Moon. Um, Abbey Road's tough because I think I skip Octopus's Garden sometimes, even though I still love it. So I'm not going to put Abbey Road in there. Um, and then I think I put Versus by Pearl Jam in that category as
Okay,
well.
all right.
Yeah. And as soon as I get
So,
off with you, I'm going to remember, 10 other ones that are better answers. But yeah.
It's funny because, like, asking this question, like, I interviewed the guys in Under Oath about a year and a half ago, and they just took over for like 2 minutes, just going back and forth on this. It was
Mhm.
like I thought they were done, and then one of them were like, "Hey, what about this one?" And I just kind of sat there, just kind of just
Yeah.
was like, "All right, this is good. You guys got the
Diamond Eyes,
interview now."
Diamond Eyes by Deftones is up there
Okay,
as well.
there we go. Well, dude, if you think of any more, hear them out the next minute or two, just feel free to throw them on in. But I always like to, you guys, plug everything, your website, socials, where can everybody follow you guys? So when you can announce more shows, you can announce more things and
Yeah.
whatnot. People can go check you guys out. Where can everybody get that done?
Instagram, it's follow at Black Matte Music. Same with on X, I believe that website is called now. And yeah, you can just find us on Facebook at Black Map and give us a follow, and we'll let you know the cool stuff we're doing.
Awesome. Do you think of any more complete albums before I let you go? I figured I'd let you throw that potentially in here once more.
Yeah, I mean, I got some. Let's see. There's a band called Jets to Brazil that I think has a perfect album called Orange Rhyming Dictionary. A British band named Elbow that has a couple, but a record called Seldom Seen Kid I think is perfect. And then shout out to my boys in the band Dinosaur Pile Up, who did a record, I guess it was during COVID, about 2020, a song called Celebrity Mansions that I listened to like exercising from front to back and never have any inkling to skip anything. So I think that's a perfect one as well.
Nice. Awesome, man. Those guys are great and phenomenal
Awesome.
band name.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Hex, come get it. You're going to hear it on the air to Spotlight this upcoming Monday, 8:30 in the morning. It's going to be early for you guys out there, 6:30 in the morning for you guys. Excited to get it on. And Ben, appreciate the time, man.
Thanks so much for having me. Really appreciate it.